Ever wondered about the real story behind the scariest doll in the world, Annabelle? Hi, I'm your host, and today we're going to find out the terrifying truth behind the evil doll that haunted the Warrens' home, and why she is still kept in a glass case at the Warrens Occult Museum. Annabelle was given to a nursing student named Donna in 1970 by her mother. Donna was studying to be a nurse at the Hartford School of Nursing in Connecticut. But after getting the doll, strange things started to happen. She would often come home from work to find that the doll had been moved to a different room. And one time, she even woke up in the middle of the night to find the doll standing at the foot of her bed. Donna told the New York Post that she never touched the doll because she had an eerie feeling about it. But one day, she came home to find the doll sitting on her chest. When she tried to move the doll, it felt like there was a weight attached to the string that controlled it. She could feel the weight dragging her down, so she just let it sit on her chest. The doll stayed there for 2 weeks until Donna finally took it off her chest and put it back on the shelf. That's when things started to get really scary. After putting the doll back on the shelf, Donna noticed that every time she turned around, Annabelle was staring directly at her with a sinister smile on her face. Then things got worse. One day when Donna was at school, she heard from her roommate that the doll had been found hanging from the closet rod in her room. Donna rushed home to find the doll hanging in the exact same spot that she had seen it in her dream. Although no one had been in the apartment since the day before, Donna knew that something evil had entered her life. She didn't know it yet, but she had brought an evil spirit into her home. She called the police, and they did an investigation to see if someone was playing a series of pranks on her, but they couldn't find anyone who had entered her apartment. She then went to see a priest to perform an exorcism, but he only made things worse. After the priest sprinkled holy water on the doll, it seemed to calm down for a while, but it soon became active again. And not only that, it began haunting Donna's friends and family as well. Her mother even had a vision of the devil standing next to the doll, telling him to kill Donna. Scared for her life, Donna took the doll to a church basement where she left it for 3 days. She also prayed for 3 days, asking God to forgive her for bringing this demon into her life. She then took the doll home again and put it in the oven, where it promptly exploded. But the pieces of the doll were found all over the house. And when Donna went to pick them up, they burned her hands as if they were on fire. Panicked, she threw the doll remains in the garbage disposal, where they somehow managed to escape and were found all over the apartment again. That's when Donna decided to take the doll to Ed and Lorraine Warren, who were famous paranormal investigators. They took one look at the doll and knew that they had to keep her locked up in a special glass case or she might cause harm. But who was Annabelle? And how did she become so evil? Well, according to the Warrens, Annabelle was a Raggedy Ann doll that had belonged to a little girl named Annabelle Higgins. One day, while playing with the doll, Annabelle began to bleed. At first, it was just a small cut, but soon she was bleeding profusely. Her mother rushed her to the hospital, where doctors found that her internal organs had liquefied and turned to dust. The mother was beside herself and wanted answers. That's when she went to see a medium who told her that her daughter was possessed by a demon named Annabelle. The mother immediately went to an exorcist, but by the time he arrived, it was too late. The entity inside Annabelle had consumed her entire body and now inhabited the doll. As you can imagine, the mother was distraught and terrified. She didn't want this demonic presence anywhere near her house. So she put the doll in the attic where she sealed it in a wooden box. But the demon inside the doll was not happy about being trapped, and it began to make regular appearances around the house, moving objects, shaking beds, and even interacting with people. Eventually, the mother had to call in the Warrens to help. After the Warrens learned about the doll, they offered to take it off her hands so that they could keep it away from any other unsuspecting families. And that's when the doll became known as Annabelle the Possessed Doll. But the doll wasn't done haunting just yet. According to the Warrens, Annabelle would often move on her own, even when the room was empty. And sometimes she would even interact with visitors to their home, moving her arms and legs and even speaking to them in a voice that sounded like nails on a chalkboard. The Warrens were so scared that they had to lock her in a glass case where she still remains today. But what about the original Annabelle Higgins? What happened to her? Unfortunately, it doesn't look good. In the end, the demon inside Annabelle completely consumed her, and she died. It's not clear what happened to her remains, but it's possible that they were cremated or buried. As for the doll, she remains in the Warrens Occult Museum, where she is one of the main attractions. People pay admission for the museum, which is run by Tony Spera, the son of the Warrens, just to get a glimpse of her. But what about the story of Annabelle? Is it true or is it just a hoax? Well, it's hard to say for sure. The Warrens were famous for their ability to attract media attention, and they often embellished their stories to make them more exciting. However, there are many people who swear that Annabelle is truly possessed and that the Warrens were not lying. If you ask me, I think that there may be some truth to the story, but it has definitely been exaggerated. There are many reports of dolls that have been possessed by demons, and it's possible that Annabelle is one of them. Dolls are often seen as innocent and harmless, but they can be a conduit for evil spirits. This is because they are usually made with natural materials such as wood and cloth, which can absorb energy. This energy can become trapped in the doll and eventually manifest itself as a demonic presence. If you're ever at the Warrens Occult Museum, be sure to keep an eye on Annabelle. You never know when she might just jump out at you and try to possess your body. Now that you know the real story behind Annabelle, do you think that she's truly possessed, or is it all just a hoax? Let us know your thoughts, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe for more creepy content. Thanks for watching.